Sairam children, how are you all? I hope you all are safe at your homes and everybody is fine at your home. Wonderful. So children, today is our environmental studies class and we are doing chapter number 11, recording and communicating knowledge from our social studies book, right? In a previous video we have discussed about that there are two ways of sending messages or sharing something, which can be by speaking or by writing. Alright, then we studied that in ancient India, knowledge is passed on orally from generation to generation. It was not recorded in written form, so there may be a loss of knowledge. Slowly this method changed and communicating knowledge came into recording and communicating knowledge came into place. Then we have written communication. In this, it is the earliest form of written communication, which is through pictures. Pictures may be of animal, pictures mainly of animals, human, and these are drawn and discovered in caves where early people or early humans live. But drawing pictures or making pictures took a lot of time. It took a lot of time. So later on, these pictures were replaced by signs and symbols. Okay. Then the Sumerians of Mesopotamia was the first to develop a system of writing which is called script. They used to write on a block of clay which they call tablets. The Egyptian developed a script using pictures and symbols about 5000 years ago. Chinese and Japanese scripts are based on pictures and symbols. Even today also their scripts are based on pictures and symbol. And I have also shown you this picture, that this is the way how Chinese write. This you can see that it is having pictures, it is having signs and symbols. Okay. Then the first proper alphabet system to be used was probably developed in Syria about 3500 years ago. Okay. The Roman alphabets, which is used to write English language, it has 26 letters. How many letters? 26 letters. The oldest script in India was discovered in the seals of the Indus Valley civilization. Means the oldest script in India was discovered in Indus Valley civilization. No one has yet able to read this script. Okay. Later, the Brahmi and the other scripts were discovered. Most scripts used to write Indian language have been derived from Brahmi script. The Devanagari script is used to write Hindi and some other Indian languages. Okay. Now we have writing numbers. What? Writing numbers. In early days, sticks and stones. In early days, sticks and stones and even pictures were used to count. Early humans used pictures and symbols to record the number. In early time, we don't have sticks and stones. We don't have pen, pencil or paper to record what we have done, right? So what early humans use? Early humans use sticks and stones and even pictures for counting purpose, for keep a record in numbers. For example, to record the number of animals they killed. Suppose they have to count that how many animals they have killed. So they count it with the help of sticks, stones and even pictures to keep a record that how many animals they have killed. Alright. Early days, sticks, stones and even pictures were used to count. Early humans used pictures and symbols to keep a record of numbers. Okay. The Roman developed a system of writing numbers in which seven symbols were used to write numbers from 1 to 10 lakh. Okay. The Romans developed a system of writing numbers in 7 symbols. How many symbols? 7 symbols, which were used to write numbers from 1 to 10 lakh. The common system of writing numbers used in most parts of the world today is the Hindu-Arabic system. The common system of writing number used in most of the parts of the world today is the Hindu-Arabic system. This system was developed in India more than 2000 years ago. If somebody asked you Hindu-Arabic system was developed in India how many years ago? Your answer will be 2000 years ago Hindu-Arabic system was developed in India. Understood? First of all, the Roman developed a system of writing in which 7 symbols were used to write numbers from 1 to 10 lakh. Then, the common system of writing number used in most of the part of the world today is the Hindu-Arabic system. This system, the Hindu-Arabic system, was developed in India more than 2000 years ago. Clear? The Arabs took it to Europe. The beauty of the system is that it is used only 10 symbols from 0 to 9. The beauty of the system is that it only uses 10 symbols. It only uses 10 symbols from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The beauty of the system is that it only uses 10 symbols from 0 to 9. It represents any number no matter how large it is. Using these numbers, we can represent the number, whether the smallest number or the largest number, by using these 10 symbols or 0 to 9 numbers. Understood? The beauty of this system is that it uses only 10 symbols from 0 to 9. It can represent any number, no matter how large it is, no matter how small it is. Okay? Hindu-Arabic system uses 10 symbols from 0 to 9. Okay? See, the different number system. How it is written in Brahmi, how it is written in Arabic, how it is written in medieval and in modern time. Okay, this is the different number systems. Now, there is one interesting thing. Do you know? The credit for the invention of zero goes to ancient Indian mathematician. The invention of zero revolutionized the way people wrote numbers. Means zero was developed in India by ancient Indian mathematician. And there is a homework for you that you have to write in your notebooks that who invented zero. Who invented zero? Okay? Till here, have you understood? Now we have paper. As communication and recording keep on progressing, so the invention of paper also came. Now let's read about paper. About 4,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptian used the stem of a plant called papyrus to make paper. To make paper. So about 4,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptian used the stem of a plant, which is called papyrus, to make paper. The name paper is derived from papyrus. True paper means the paper we see today, as we know it today, was first made by Chinese about 1900 years ago. First of all, 4,000 years ago, the Egyptian used stem of a plant, which is called papyrus, to make paper. The word paper is derived from papyrus. Okay, and the actual paper which we see today, on which we write, on which the printing is done, was made by Chinese. About 1900 years ago. Okay, it was probably made from the bark of tree. The bark was made into pulp, then spread out in thin sheet and left to dry. How paper is made? Paper is made from the bark of the tree. The bark of the tree was made into pulp, then it spread out in thin sheet and then left it to dry. Okay. Today, wood pulp is used to make paper. Today, wood pulp is used to make paper. Okay. How paper is made? Earlier, paper was made by the bark of the tree. Bark of the tree made into a pulp. Then it spread out into a thin sheet and then left it to dry. Okay. Then now, how today paper is made? By wood pulp. Paper is made by wood pulp. Paper was invented before printing. Paper was invented before printing. Earlier, books had to be written by hands on paper. This was a slow process. Earlier, paper was invented before printing, first of all. Then, books were written earlier. In ancient time, books were written from hand. So, it is a very slow process. and therefore books were very rare. When people are supposed to write from the hand, so it takes a very when the book is written from hand, it is a very slow process. First of all, it is a very slow process, and when people are writing the books from hand, though, so the publishing is very rare. They were only available to few people. Okay. Do you know? The written word and picture need not to be stored on paper now. The written word and picture need not to be stored on paper now. They can be stored on computer storage devices such as CDs, DVDs, pen drives and hard disks. They require far less storage space than paper. You all are aware with pen drives, CDs, DVDs and hard disk, right? So we don't need to save it on or write it on paper. We can directly store it on computers. Okay? So I hope children, till here you all have understood this chapter. 2-3 topics are left. We will continue this in our next video. Till then, read the chapter again and try to do the exercises. Sai Ram.